Well, greetings and salutations, test takers. This is the Series 7 Guru coming to you from my studio here in fabulous Las Vegas with an explication request. This is most certainly from a test prep vendor and not something you would actually encounter on your exam. Buy 100 shares of BFD at 30 and sell one BFD January 30, call at 3, and sells one BFD January 30, put at 2. What is the maximum potential loss? Well, again, I like this. Fire up the T. There's two things I always say you want to be able to do, and that's track money in and out and no contract specifications, right? So I want to get comfortable with the question first. So I bought 100 shares at 30, and I sell a BFD January 30, call at 3, and a January 30, put at 2. And then remember what that means from contract specification standpoint is I have an obligation to sell the stock at 30, no problem, because I have the stock there. And I have an obligation to buy the stock at 30. And so I have 2 points for that. So now that I'm clear on the contract specifications, we're going to fire up the T, fire up the T. I like to use dollars out, dollars in. Some people like to use debits or credits, pluses or minuses, whatever floats your boat. But we paid out 30 for the stock. We brought in 3 points for the call and 2 points for the put. So I call that the initial setup. Now, the other thing that's important here is that you understand that whenever you have stock and options, the stock dominates. So we got to figure out potential loss. What is bad news? So bad news is since I bought the stock and that dominates, I'm bullish. So that means bad news is going to be not that the stock goes up. Bad news is going to be if the stock goes down. And that's the pivot I need to kind of answer the question. So now I say, okay, well, if I own the stock and it goes down, how far down could it go? It could go all the way to 0. So I'm going to lose 30 points or $3,000 there. My call contract expires. Again, we're looking at it going down. So I get to keep the 3 points there. And if the stock goes to 0, I'm going to get exercised on the 30 put. Because that means I'm going to have to buy 100 shares at 30. And again, the stock is 0 because we're assuming bad news. And if I'm a bull, bad news is bear. It goes down. And so I lose 30 points there. And then what I do is I just net that out. I say, okay, well, I'm out a total of 60 and I brought in a total of 5. So I actually lose 55 points or $5,500. That is the answer to the question. The maximum potential loss is $5,500. I hope you found that helpful. Remember, inch by inch, options are a cinch. Yard by yard, options are hard. I'm behind on explication requests, so you will be seeing some more of these shortly. Just got back from my off-the-grid location back to my studio here in fabulous Las Vegas. So be patient. If you have a request in, might take me a little bit to get to it. Bye-bye. See you for the next time.